So this is my practice routine, which I do on a daily basis. I try to do it every day. Before I go to uni and before I have to perform, I always make sure I start up with a muscle exercise just to warm up my shoulders and neck and stretch really well. I move on to a breath exercise, which is really important, and I see a lot of progress when I am consistent on doing this. I inhale as much air as I can, so blow up the diaphragm, then I hold my breath for 4 seconds and then I release it for as long as possible on an S sound. I'll show you. And then I repeat this. When I just arrived here in Guildford and I started with this course, I couldn't play piano and I couldn't play guitar. I was still not really good at it, but at least I'm practicing several songs on the piano every day. I try for like half an hour approximately. I try to learn the chords on the guitar. It's been a while since I did it, and that's because I am above all a singer, and there's still a lot of challenges that I haven't done as a singer. So it was really good to learn the 16 bars of a James Brown song, because it's using the vocals in a different way. I do the same with vocals now, so I take different songs, pop or soul, and I just try to sing the song. And that really helps me as a vocalist. Then I move on to expanding my skills. I can start when I'm really low in the first A. And my break point is around the 4th A, so I can go from chest voice to eventually head voice to somewhere up here in the final C. So for my song Dress to Kill, when I started here in September with ACM, I was just a singer and I didn't really know a lot of theory and I couldn't play the piano, but I started to learn some songs, which I will play for you now. Because I had some tutorials with Mark Taylor, he told me this song. Then in class with Roxanne and Owen, I learned about inversions, so changing the inversion, for instance, into the first or the second, etc. And what really helps was knowing how to make it a minor or an augmented or diminished sound. And while I was just improvising with this on the keys, I actually came to some melodies, which was then the funds, the groundwork for my first song, Dress to Kill. And this is usually, I always write lyrics, and then I try to create a sound and work just with Logic Pro. But now for the first time, I think thanks to the theory, I actually had a melody on the keys, which I then tried to get into Logic, and that was then the creation of my new song. And the interesting part is that the time signature for my first song became actually a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because of the way I played it on the piano. And when I transferred it into Logic, that's what it came up with. It was my own idea, and I'm quite happy with that. I have a straw exercise that I was told in Holland by a doctor, a voice doctor, which is actually similar to the one we had at ACM, but this one involves water and a bigger straw. You can do it two ways, using your voice or without a voice. The first step is you exhale and you keep the straw above the water. The other one is where you keep it on the water and underneath the water, like this. And that is like a massage for your larynx. What I usually work with is this app called Vanido. Vanido is like a video game. Not only does it show your range, so from your lowest to the highest key you can sing, it offers every day 3 new exercises. This one is the head voice. The other ones are locked until you've played the first one. Usually you use your headphones so you can clearly hear. This is the sample they give. And it shows nya 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 if you're in key. Nya 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 nya. This really helped me, especially before I knew a lot of theory and could play with the piano, to still exercise every day on my vocals so that it really works.